Did you know that the emotions you feel every day could be silently putting your brain at risk? Your heart might be beating fine, but inside, something dangerous could be building up. Let me share something with you today that might save your life or the life of someone you love. Over my years working with older adults and studying health patterns, I have seen too many good people suffer strokes that could have been prevented. The surprising truth is that many of these strokes were not caused by what people ate or how much they exercised. They were triggered by emotions that built up over time, feelings that seemed harmless but were quietly damaging the blood vessels in their brains. There was a landmark study done at Harvard Medical School that followed over 10,000 seniors for more than 8 years. The researchers discovered something shocking. People who experienced intense negative emotions regularly had a 47% higher chance of having a stroke compared to those who managed their feelings better. This was not a small study with a few people. This was solid research with thousands of participants, and the results were clear. Your emotions have real physical power over your brain and blood vessels. I remember working with a small group of retired teachers a few years back. We used to meet every week to discuss health and wellness. One gentleman in that group, a wonderful man named Robert, always seemed frustrated and angry about small things. He would get upset if the tea was too hot, or if someone arrived late. We all thought it was just his personality. Then, one morning, he did not show up. We later learned he had suffered a stroke overnight. That moment changed how I understood the connection between our feelings and our physical health. It taught me that emotions are not just in our minds. They live in our bodies too, affecting our blood pressure, our heart, and our brain. Now, let me ask you something. Do you often feel angry about things you cannot control? Do you spend days feeling lonely, even when people are around? Does worry keep you awake at night, making your heart race? These are not just uncomfortable feelings. These are warning signs that your body is under stress, and that stress is affecting your blood vessels and your brain. Here is something else most people do not know. When we experience strong emotions, our body releases certain chemicals. Some of these chemicals make our blood thicker, our vessels narrower, and our heart work harder. Over time, this creates the perfect conditions for a stroke to happen. But the good news is that once you understand which emotions are dangerous and why they affect you, you can take simple steps to protect yourself. So why am I telling you all this? Because I want you to live a long, healthy life with a clear mind and a strong body. I want you to enjoy your grandchildren, your hobbies, and your peaceful days without the fear of a sudden stroke stealing those moments away. If you stay with me until the end of this message, you will learn exactly which 6 emotions can trigger a stroke and what you can do naturally to manage them. You will discover simple solutions that anyone can use, no matter your age or current health condition. Before we go further, I want to ask you a favor. If this information feels valuable to you, please consider subscribing to our channel, Healthy Life. We are here to share wisdom that helps you live better, stronger, and longer. Now, let us talk about the first emotion that puts seniors at serious risk of stroke. Number 1. Chronic anger. Anger is a natural human emotion. We all feel it from time to time. But when anger becomes a constant companion, when it simmers under the surface day after day, it turns into something dangerous called chronic anger. This is not about getting upset once in a while. This is about carrying frustration, bitterness, and rage inside you for weeks, months, or even years. Many seniors carry chronic anger because of past hurts, unresolved family conflicts, or frustration about losing independence as they age. The problem is that chronic anger does not just hurt your mood. It attacks your body from the inside. When you feel angry, your body immediately responds. Your brain signals your adrenal glands to release stress hormones, especially one called cortisol. At the same time, your blood pressure shoots up. Your heart starts pounding faster. Your blood vessels tighten and narrow. All of this happens in seconds. Now, if this only happened occasionally, your body could recover. But when you are angry all the time, your blood pressure stays high. Your cortisol levels remain elevated, and your blood vessels stay constricted. This constant pressure damages the delicate lining of your arteries. Over time, these damaged arteries can develop blockages or weak spots. When a blockage cuts off blood flow to your brain, or when a weak spot bursts, that is when a stroke happens. What can you do about chronic anger? The solution is not to pretend you are not angry or to bottle it up inside. That only makes things worse. Instead, you need to release that anger in healthy ways. One of the most effective methods is something called conscious breathing. When you feel anger rising, stop what you are doing. Sit down comfortably. Close your eyes. Take a slow breath in through your nose for 4 counts, hold it for 4 counts, then breathe out through your mouth for 6 counts. Do this 10 times. This simple act calms your nervous system, lowers your cortisol, and brings your blood pressure down. Another powerful solution is forgiveness work. I know this sounds difficult, but holding grudges keeps your body in a constant state of stress. You do not have to forget what happened or become best friends with someone who hurt you. Forgiveness is about freeing yourself from the prison of anger. Write a letter to the person you are angry with, even if you never send it. Express everything you feel, then burn the letter or tear it up. This symbolic act helps your mind let go. The benefits of managing chronic anger are immediate and long-lasting. Within days of practicing these techniques, you will notice your sleep improves. Your muscles will feel less tense, your digestion will get better, and most importantly, you will be protecting your brain from the silent damage that leads to stroke. Your relationships will also improve because people will find you easier to be around. You will feel lighter, freer, and more at peace. Number 2. Loneliness. Loneliness is one of the most painful emotions a human being can experience. It is not the same as being alone. You can be surrounded by people and still feel deeply lonely. For many seniors, loneliness creeps in slowly. Children grow up and move away. Friends pass on or move to different places. Mobility becomes harder, making it difficult to go out and socialize. What starts as occasional loneliness can turn into a constant state of isolation, and this isolation is deadly. Research from the American Heart Association found that chronic loneliness increases the risk of stroke by 32%. That is almost 1/3 higher risk, just from feeling disconnected from others. Why does loneliness affect your stroke risk? The answer lies in how loneliness changes your body chemistry. When you feel lonely, your body perceives it as a threat, similar to physical danger. This triggers a stress response that increases inflammation throughout your body, including in your blood vessels. This inflammation makes it easier for plaques to build up in your arteries. Loneliness also tends to raise blood pressure and weaken your immune system. On top of that, people who are lonely often lose motivation to take care of themselves. They skip meals, stop exercising, and sometimes turn to alcohol or smoking for comfort. All of these behaviors further increase stroke risk. The natural solution to loneliness is connection, but it has to be real connection, not just surface-level interaction. Start small. Call one person each day, someone you have not spoken to in a while. Have a real conversation, not just hello and goodbye. Ask them about their life. Share something about yours. If you can leave your home, visit a local community center, library, or place of worship. These places often have groups that meet regularly. Join one, even if you feel nervous at first. Volunteer for a cause you care about. Helping others is one of the fastest ways to feel connected and valued. If mobility is an issue, consider adopting a pet. Dogs and cats provide companionship and give you a sense of purpose. Even talking to a pet can reduce feelings of loneliness. Technology can also help. Learn to use video calls to see family members face to face, even if they live far away. When you overcome loneliness, the benefits touch every part of your life. Your blood pressure stabilizes. The inflammation in your body decreases. Your mood lifts, and you find joy in small moments again. You sleep better because your mind is not filled with sad thoughts. Most importantly, you drastically reduce your risk of stroke and heart disease. Human beings are designed to live in community. When you reconnect with others, you are giving your body and mind the nourishment they need to thrive. Number 3. Anxiety. Anxiety is like a fire alarm that never stops ringing. It is your body's way of preparing for danger. But when there is no real danger, and the alarm keeps going off, it wears you down. Many seniors experience anxiety about their health, their finances, their safety, or the future. Some worry about becoming a burden to their families. Others fear losing their memory or independence. This constant state of worry and fear puts enormous strain on your cardiovascular system and directly increases your stroke risk. When anxiety takes hold, your body releases adrenaline and other stress hormones. Your heart rate speeds up. Your breathing becomes shallow and rapid. Your blood pressure rises. Your blood also becomes stickier, meaning it is more likely to form clots. This combination is extremely dangerous. A blood clot traveling to your brain causes what we call an ischemic stroke, the most common type of stroke in seniors. Anxiety also disrupts your sleep, and poor sleep is another major risk factor for stroke. When you do not sleep well, your body cannot repair itself properly. Your blood pressure stays elevated, and your brain does not get the rest it needs to clear out toxins. The good news is that anxiety responds very well to natural remedies. One of the most effective approaches is progressive muscle relaxation. This technique helps release the physical tension that anxiety creates in your body. Here is how you do it. Lie down or sit comfortably. Starting with your toes, tense the muscles as tight as you can for 5 seconds. Then completely relax them. Move up to your calves, then your thighs, your stomach, your chest, your arms, and finally your face. By the time you finish, your whole body will feel relaxed, and your anxiety will have decreased significantly. Another powerful solution is spending time in nature. Studies show that just 20 minutes in a park or garden can lower anxiety levels dramatically. The green colors, the fresh air, and the natural sounds all calm your nervous system. If you cannot go outside, even looking at pictures of nature or listening to nature sounds can help. Managing your anxiety brings wonderful benefits. Your sleep quality improves within a week. Your digestion gets better because your stomach is no longer in knots. Your blood pressure comes down. Your risk of blood clots decreases. You also find that you can think more clearly and make better decisions. Life becomes more enjoyable when you are not constantly looking over your shoulder, waiting for something bad to happen. Your family will notice the change too. They will see you smiling more, worrying less, and living with greater peace. Number 4. Depression. Depression is more than feeling sad for a day or two. It is a heavy darkness that settles over your whole life, making everything feel pointless and exhausting. Many seniors struggle with depression because of loss, whether that is the loss of a spouse, loss of health, loss of purpose, or loss of the active life they once had. Depression is particularly dangerous for stroke risk because it affects both your mind and your behavior. People with depression often stop taking care of themselves. They eat poorly or not at all. They stop exercising. They withdraw from social activities. They may skip medications or doctor appointments. All of these changes dramatically increase the likelihood of having a stroke. Depression also has direct physical effects on your brain and blood vessels. It increases inflammation throughout your body. It raises levels of stress hormones that damage your arteries. It disrupts the balance of chemicals in your brain that regulate blood pressure and blood clotting. Research shows that people with depression have almost double the risk of stroke compared to people without depression. The risk is even higher if the depression goes untreated for months or years. This is why recognizing and addressing depression is not just about feeling better emotionally. It is about protecting your brain and saving your life. The natural approach to depression starts with movement. I know that when you are depressed, the last thing you want to do is exercise. But movement is medicine for depression. You do not need to run marathons. Just walking for 15 minutes a day in the sunlight can make a significant difference. Sunlight helps your body produce vitamin D and serotonin, both of which improve mood. Another crucial element is routine. Depression thrives in chaos and lack of structure. Create a simple daily schedule. Wake up at the same time each day. Eat meals at regular times. Go to bed at a consistent hour. This structure gives your brain a sense of stability and control. Also, make sure you are eating foods that support brain health, especially omega-3 fatty acids found in fish, walnuts, and flax seeds. These fats reduce inflammation and support the production of mood-regulating chemicals in your brain. When you address depression, the transformation can be remarkable. Your energy returns gradually. Colors seem brighter. Food tastes better. You start to feel hope again. Physically, your blood pressure normalizes. Your immune system strengthens. Your risk of stroke drops significantly. You reconnect with activities and people you love. You rediscover reasons to smile, to laugh, to look forward to tomorrow. Depression can feel like a life sentence, but it is not. With the right natural approaches and support, you can lift that darkness and protect both your emotional and physical health. Number 5. Sudden shock. Sudden shock is different from the other emotions we have discussed because it happens all at once, without warning. It could be terrible news about a loved one, witnessing an accident, learning about a major financial loss, or experiencing any event that overwhelms your system in an instant. For seniors, whose bodies are already more vulnerable, sudden shock can be particularly dangerous. There is even a medical term called stress cardiomyopathy, also known as broken heart syndrome, where severe emotional shock can actually damage the heart muscle temporarily. This same mechanism can trigger a stroke. What happens in your body during sudden shock? Your sympathetic nervous system, which controls your fight-or-flight response, goes into overdrive. Massive amounts of adrenaline flood your bloodstream. Your blood vessels constrict sharply, especially the small vessels in your brain. Your heart pounds frantically. Your blood pressure can spike to dangerous levels within seconds. All of this puts enormous strain on your cardiovascular system. If you already have weakened blood vessels or existing plaque in your arteries, this sudden intense pressure can cause a vessel to burst or a clot to break loose and travel to your brain. You cannot always prevent shocking events from happening, but you can learn to manage your body's response to them. The most important thing to remember is to breathe. When shock hits, people often hold their breath or breathe very rapidly, which makes everything worse. As soon as you receive shocking news, immediately focus on your breath. Take slow, deep breaths. Put your hand on your stomach and feel it rise and fall. This signals to your nervous system that you are safe, which helps counteract the shock response. Sit or lie down immediately if possible. Sudden shock can cause fainting, and falling can lead to injury. Ask someone to stay with you. Having another person present helps stabilize your nervous system. In the hours and days following a shocking event, be extra gentle with yourself. Rest more. Avoid making major decisions. Eat simple, nourishing foods. Drink plenty of water. The benefits of managing shock well are significant. You reduce the immediate risk of a cardiac event or stroke. You help your body return to balance more quickly. You also set the foundation for better long-term recovery from whatever event caused the shock. Your resilience grows. You learn that even when terrible things happen, you have tools to help your body cope. This knowledge alone reduces fear and anxiety about future challenges. Remember, it is not about being strong and pushing through. It is about being wise and giving your body the support it needs during a crisis. Number 6. Grief. Grief is the deep sorrow we feel when we lose someone or something precious. For seniors, grief often comes in waves because this is the stage of life when losses accumulate. Spouses pass away. Lifelong friends are gone. Adult children may be too busy to visit. Even the loss of physical abilities and independence can cause profound grief. What many people do not realize is that grief is not just an emotional experience. It has powerful physical effects that directly increase your risk of stroke. Studies show that in the first month after losing a spouse, the risk of stroke increases by up to 3 times the normal rate. Even years after a loss, unresolved grief continues to affect your health. Grief affects your body in multiple ways. It disrupts your sleep patterns severely. Most people with deep grief either cannot fall asleep or wake up constantly during the night. This chronic sleep deprivation raises blood pressure and prevents your body from healing properly. Grief also weakens your immune system, making you more vulnerable to infections and inflammation. It changes your eating habits, often leading to either undereating or overeating comfort foods that harm your cardiovascular health. The stress of grief keeps your cortisol levels high for extended periods, which damages your blood vessels. Many grieving people also isolate themselves, which adds loneliness to the mix, compounding the risk. The path through grief is not about getting over it quickly or pretending it does not hurt. Healthy grieving means allowing yourself to feel the pain while also taking care of your physical body. Create a memorial ritual that honors your loss. This could be lighting a candle each morning, keeping a journal where you write letters to the person you lost, or planting a garden in their memory. These rituals give your grief a healthy outlet. Make sleep a priority. Keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. Go to bed at the same time each night. If sleep remains difficult, try drinking chamomile tea an hour before bed or listening to gentle music. Maintain basic nutrition even when you do not feel like eating. Prepare simple soups, smoothies, or soft foods that are easy to consume. Your body needs fuel to cope with emotional stress. The benefits of grieving in a healthy way are both emotional and physical. You honor your loss while protecting your health. Your sleep gradually improves. Your blood pressure stabilizes. Your immune system regains strength. You find that you can remember your loved one with love instead of just pain. You discover that life can still hold meaning and purpose, even after loss. The risk of stroke decreases as your body comes out of crisis mode. Grief may never disappear completely, and that is okay. But it can soften over time, becoming a tender remembrance instead of a constant ache. By taking care of yourself during grief, you are honoring both yourself and the person you lost. We have talked about 6 emotions that can trigger stroke in seniors: chronic anger, loneliness, anxiety, depression, sudden shock, and grief. Each of these emotions creates physical changes in your body that damage your blood vessels, raise your blood pressure, increase inflammation, and make blood clots more likely. The beautiful truth is that you have more control over these emotions than you might think. Through conscious breathing, forgiveness, social connection, movement, routine, progressive relaxation, proper sleep, and healthy grieving, you can protect your brain and dramatically reduce your stroke risk. The long-term benefit of managing these emotions goes far beyond just preventing stroke. You will enjoy better relationships because you are calmer and more present. You will sleep more deeply and wake up refreshed. Your overall health will improve because lower stress means a stronger immune system, better digestion, and more energy. You will find joy in simple moments again. You will feel more like yourself, the person you were before all these heavy emotions took hold. Most importantly, you will have the peace of mind that comes from knowing you are doing everything you can to protect your health naturally. May you be blessed with good health, a peaceful heart, and a clear mind. May all of us find the strength to manage our emotions with wisdom and grace. I want to hear from you. Does this information relate to your life or the life of someone you know? Please leave a comment below and share your experience. Your story might help someone else who is struggling with the same challenges. If you have a health topic you would like us to cover, drop a comment with your suggestion, and we will work on creating that video for you soon. Before starting any new health practice, especially if you have existing heart conditions, high blood pressure, diabetes, or if you are taking medications for any chronic illness, please consult with your doctor or healthcare provider first. They can guide you on what is safe and appropriate for your specific situation. If you found this information valuable, please like this video, share it with family and friends who need to hear this message, and subscribe to Healthy Life. We are here to bring you more wisdom and practical solutions that help you live healthier and longer. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Take care of your heart, your mind, and your precious health.